In marriage, it's not how well you are served, but how well you served. There is a couple that I take delight in watching. The wife is so good at fixing things in the house, from anything electrical to carpentry, plumbing, just name it, except it gets complicated. She will fix it. On the other hand, the husband is very good with the house chores, especially cooking. Yes, he just loves to cook. He can just get back from his busy day and enters the kitchen. She is also a good cook, please. Remember that. Guess what? They do not have any help of any sorts. They do not operate on roles and functions, people. They just function as the need arises. The beauty of it all is that they never take each other for granted. That is the wife leaving the house chores on purpose for her husband. Neither will the husband leave things that are broken down in the house for the wife in her absence. And so are their incomes and expenditures. No boundaries. Beautiful morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Timeless Truth with Pastor Dorcas. In today's episode, we'll be looking at a call to serve. In Ephesians chapter 5 and in verse 21 in the Passion Translation of the Bible, this is what it says. It says, "And out of your reverence for Christ, be supportive of each other in love." Serve. What does it mean to serve? To serve is to assist or provide with something of value for the benefit and support of another. And in this particular case, like that is in our scenario, your spouse. There is an idiom in my place where I come from, because we eat our local delicacies with our hands, you see. So you must thereafter wash your hands. That is the two hands together. You must wash both hands, otherwise none of them will be clean. In that process, each hand is serving the other. That is why they came in pair. What left hand cannot do, the right hand can. Where the left hand cannot reach, the right hand can, and vice versa. In other words, each hand has been created for the purpose of support and strength to the other. With what is lacking in the other, it must be served. That is, each hand must serve in the way that is needed by the other hand. I was saying that God is an intentional and deliberate God. When he puts the husband and the wife together, both of them have all it takes to serve each other until each of them becomes a better version of him or herself. Because each of them came into that union with different strengths and weaknesses. What is lacking in the man is made available in the woman, and vice versa. So to get the best of both strengths and maximize them for the benefit and good of their union, each individual must come to the place of awareness of who she or he is, and the area of strength and weakness. Then combine those strengths so they can work for the growth and welfare of each individual and the union. That is what a team is about, people. And you are that team. So create that support system for each other. The way the support is needed by your spouse, not yours. When you go to a restaurant, people, the waitress or the waiter will serve you what you want, not what the waiter will want. No, they serve you what you want, not what they want. So please serve your spouse the way the support or the service will be needed by your spouse. Another thing, do not insist on rules, functions, and rights. It will only slow the growth of your relationship and eventually the union, of course. In Galatians chapter 5, 13b, in the Passion, this is what he said. He said, constantly love each other and be committed to serve one another. In Romans 12:10b, also in the Passion, it says, try to outdo your spouse in respect and honor of one another. Can you imagine, people, that you and your spouse are in competition on how well you can serve each other or how to make each other happy? Can you imagine that? Or each one of you is intentional about the joy of the other partner, so you can go all out to make it happen. My God, your union will not just be a delight to watch, but a source of healing and reconciliation to your sphere of influence. That is called bearing godly seeds. That is one of the purposes of marriage, people. And therein is God glorified. Listen, beloved, marriage is a call to serve, just as you have a call to mission, vocation, ministry, and so on. And when you are called to serve, when you are called to anything, it's never to yourself, but to the people or person that you have been called to, because a tree does not eat its own fruit. Therefore, you must serve with every grace that God has graced you with. When and if couples come by this understanding and accept this timeless truth, they will both die to themselves and serve each other in their union. So self-centeredness dies and sacrifice becomes the watchword in that union. Mrs. Ibukun Awosika, I hope I pronounce it well, said, we are not called to be world compliant, but divinely compliant. With what lens, if you may ask, are you looking at the union that you are in? Is it secular? Then your approach will be secular. That is, you will insist on functions, you will insist on roles, and you will insist on your entitlement. But if your lenses are divine, your approach will be selfless service. I pray you choose wisely. I pray you choose wisely. Please, that's all we have time for today. Like, share, and subscribe. Until I come your way next week with another episode, please stay as one indivisible unit. God bless you.